What's going on YouTube? My name is Ben, and today I'm going to review for you these two backpacks. Here I have the Fightwear Hunt backpack. I believe it's the only one that they make. And if you're watching this, it's probably because of this backpack. It's been really marketed on Instagram and such. And you probably don't know about this backpack. This is called the Tatami Rogue backpack, and it's a 50-liter backpack, which is still gigantic. And I'm going to review both of these, tell you what I like, what I didn't like, and then ultimately what I ended up doing. I'll put the link to both of these in the description and pretty much anything else I talk about in this video. So first of all, we got the Fightwear Hunt backpack. This one retails for $125, including shipping. So it's obviously gigantic. It's seriously huge. It's basically, you got this here, and you got this little pouch here, and it's the same on both sides. You have this kind of sweat rag thing. You put your rash guard in here and let it air dry. I don't know, I didn't get to use this, but I feel like having just a wet rash guard that's all sweaty, just hanging out over here, all over your stuff, is just gonna get everything sweaty over time. So I wasn't sure how I felt about that. It seems like a cool idea in theory, but again, I didn't test it out. You got this pouch here. This is kind of what I use for pens and pencils and stuff. Any other knickknacks. You got this breathable mesh out here, which you could probably also put like, other sweaty stuff in there, and let it dry out, which is cool. You got the logo, of course. Fightwear Hunt, we are the few. I thought this was really cool at first, but I think it's just kind of a little try-hardy for me, and that's coming from a man in a cowboy hat. But basically, and then the other thing is, on the inside, it's just one big gigantic pocket. It's huge, but there's no sleeves, there's no zippers, there's nothing like that. The other thing is, each pocket only has one zip. So usually I'm used to 2 zippers, right? So you can kind of put the zippers wherever you want to, and you can open it from wherever you want to. This one, you're always gonna have to open it from the same spot over and over again. Open and close the same spot. It does also have this cool laptop pouch, which is the main reason I got it. Is because I need something that is going to be able to carry my laptop, my music production headphones, mobility tools, boxing gloves, and that's pretty much it. So all that stuff is too big to fit in a regular backpack. And with this one, it's like, it honestly doesn't even fill up half, right? Because it's just so big. When I was carrying this around, it just felt like I was like, when I went to the coffee shop with this, it felt like I was gonna invade the coffee shop. This is like, you're ready to go to war. So it was just a little too big, too try-hardy for me. So then I found this Tatami backpack, this is called the Rogue. It's 50 liters. I think this is a 62 liter. Don't quote me on that. So this one's much bigger. This one, even though it's 50 liters though, it doesn't look actually that big. It's still a really big backpack. What's really good about this is it has tons and tons of pockets. This is honestly probably the coolest backpack I've ever seen. And it's got 2 zippers each. It just says Tatami Fightwear on the side, so it's a little more subtle instead of like in your face, right? And it says Fightwear, so, and people are really, really, really observant of even the smallest logos. So if you want to show off that you are like a martial artist, you'll still get to do that. It's just in a more subtle way, which I think is a little more respectable. Yeah, this is only 65, 70 bucks, including shipping. Okay, and so check this out. First of all, it's got the sunglasses holder, which is like coated with a nice like velvety kind of material, which you don't really see too much anymore. Nice handle. Laptop bag with a little sleeve. Okay, the other one didn't have that. I like this too. It's got a luggage handle, so you put your luggage, you draw the thing up, you set this on top, and it's like set for that, which is really, really cool. This pocket, same on this side. Another pocket here with sleeves and whatnot inside. Right. Another big bag. This is kind of your main area here in this one. Then it's got another Okay, and you got a zipper pocket here and more stuff here. This is also velvety, so it's like for your iPad or anything that, any kind of screen. And then you got the last pocket, which is all your pens and pencils and stuff like that. More zippers, more. This is just loaded with, this can do everything. This is honestly, in my opinion, this is the coolest backpack ever made. And it's half the price of that one. So yeah, I would definitely check this one out. And yeah, once again, it's got both the zippers on each pocket. Or on most pockets, it's got 2 zippers. So I definitely prefer that backpack. It's like a hidden gem, and like I said, I feel like it's more respectable and it's just more functional, and it just wins in every way, to be honest. It also doesn't look like you're gonna invade wherever you go to in a coffee shop. It's a little more practical. Okay, now what I did is really, this is my backpack. I'm obviously very connected to this backpack. I'm a yoga teacher. It's got Ganesha on it. I've had this backpack for many years. I thought it was kind of time for a change. I ended up just keeping it, and what I did was, so I had this and another mobility ball very similar, and then a small one, and they'd all go in here. And then on top of that, I try to put these in there, and this was really like that. I could fit everything. I could fit my headphones, my laptop, everything, and my mic, everything, except for these. And I just was at the point where I just was tired of taking them out, putting them back, and it was just like a hassle, right? I wanted everything in one bag, right? Well, what I ended up doing, coincidentally, by the way, was, because these gloves are 12 years old, is I finally bought a new set of gloves, and ended up going with these, and these are bag gloves. They're very light gloves, but they're very padded, and it's just for hitting the heavy bag and maybe mitts once in a while. You don't ever want to spar with these, for not just your protection, but for, you know, your opponents or your sparring partners' protection, right? So this is good for me, because if I were training at an academy, a backpack would be out of the question anyway. I would have all my stuff in a formal gear bag. I'd have shins, headgear, blah, 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 which you could probably do with this one. If you want an all-in-one that's gonna hold your shins, I think this would hold your shins. This would cut it, but I just, again, wouldn't feel comfortable going into a coffee shop with all my shit in it. At that point, why not just get a regular gear bag? You know, like, the whole point of this is that I can go wherever I need to go, and it has the bare minimums of what I need, okay? I'm just a solo trainer right now for striking. I don't really train formally striking, because again, if I did, I would have a whole gear bag. This is sufficient. This plus everything else, and I was able to fit them. You know, it was still kind of a stretch, but I was able to fit everything normally in my backpack. Okay, so that's what I ended up doing. I'm actually getting ready to return both of these today. I hope that that's enough information for you to make a decision on your own as to whether or not what you want to do. I'll put the links to the gloves in the description as well. Okay, so maybe, you know, you just need to kind of downgrade your gloves or upgrade them depending on how you see it. I actually love the bag gloves way more than the 16s. I've used 16s my whole life, and it's really cool to be able to feel like, to let yourself really rip it. Like you can just move so much faster and so much harder when you have bag gloves instead of just a big bulky 16s. So there was that, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. This is already a big backpack. This is a Dakine. They don't make this anymore, but Dakine's also a really good brand. Let me know if you have any questions, okay? Peace. Happy training.